I got a guy who's doing some work for me, and he's just told me a little bit about his situation, building work. Told me a little bit about his situation, and he said to me, "Oh, the bank can't get hold of me now because they don't know where I live." Which is true, they didn't. That's fair enough. He said, and because I've stopped working for that other firm, my money's not going into the bank. So I said, so he said, they can't get that loan payment now. So I said, how many of you missed that? He said, yeah. So he's sitting there, he said, but he knew he was going to have to face the bank eventually. But he said, the only problem I'm worried about is the charges. So I said, how many of those charges would you have incurred? 7. £30 a shot. You know, the bank tries to get his own money, get a £30 charge, £30 charge, £30 charge. So I said to him, I said, would you work for the first 2 hours of a day for me, totally free? Would anybody do that? Would you work for me for nothing? No comments. But he said, what are you talking about? I said, because you're working for that bank for 2 hours because you won't pick up the phone. He said, I never looked at it like that. So I said, go and ring him up. Oh, this is a, sort of big, strong guy. I said, go and phone at the bank. Oh, no, I get intimidated. I said, what? I get intimidated. Finding bankers intimidating. I said, how do you do that? He said, when I pick the phone up, he said, I get a tremor in here. He said, and he said, I get these real, I don't want to talk about it, This is a man who's not got a lot of money, that is procrastinating, picking up that phone, because he is intimidated by what's happening on the other end of the phone. Now, he's running a fight or flight response. Now, which is a response that is most natural and normal for a human being to have if your life's in threat. The thing about it is, it's very rare life's in threat in our current day and age. I should know, I live in Croydon. Even in Croydon it's very rare that your life's in threat. But he's responding with a primal response that's costing him £30. And he would rather work for 2 hours than ring that bank up. Now I said to him, what do you do? And I know this guy. I said, what do you do well? He used to be a champion arm wrestler. This bloke, champion arm wrestler. I said, what do you do well? And he's like this. Oh yeah, by the way, big guy, in a very scared state, just talking about it. What do you do well? And this is another fight off. This is another primitive response. He went, arm wrestling. Now, part of arm wrestling, if you ever watched anyone who's done this, is the psyching out before. It's like a lot of this combative stuff, Part of it's in the psyching out. I said, when do you feel the most confident? He said, just before the match, psyching out. He said, I know I'm going to win, and I win nearly all the time. And he did. I said, what happens then? He said, I look at the other people, weigh them up, and he said, and he just told me his sensory process, a bit like Susan did. He said, I get this strength of courage inside me, he said, and it's like a steel plank going all the way through me. I said, it's like a what? And I knew what he meant, by the way. I just wanted to access it a bit more. He said, it's like a steel plank going all the way through me. I said, hold that steel plank constant. He said, what do you mean? I said, stay like there right now. Hold that steel blank plank constant. Phone the bank. And I said, any time, I said, I'm here beside you. I said, any time, I had my hand on his shoulder. I said, any time that goes, I'm going to just put a bit more pressure down. So he's got on the phone. And it wasn't an aggressive, arm wrestling, it's not aggressive. It's very much a psyching out, a mental process as well. He said, I just want to talk to Mr. Johnson, please. Right, and his voice was completely different. Same context. Thank you. Same context. Now, had the external environment changed? No, he just forgot his baggage. And this is how easy change can be. There are areas in your life that are just like that guy's ringing at the bank. Would you agree with me? That you're not tackling, that you're putting off, that you're not even looking at. Correct? Yeah? Now, they could be emotional issues, they could be financial issues, they could be health issues, it doesn't matter. Well, obviously it matters to you, it doesn't matter to the process. They're issues that you're not facing because something happens inside your body.